I think I might have clicked on the go live.
All right, wonderful. Well, we're on live. Perfect.
I
Awesome.
thought I was
Thanks for
connecting my Instagram and then I went live.
yeah.
Hello, everybody.
All right. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Ben, your agent. I'm with
Oh my
Kristina
gosh,
Park
I
here.
gotta love your rightness. This is classic.
Well, hey, we're on live, so let's do this. I don't know if we can add your like Instagram right away. Did you want to
Uh,
still try?
no, that's
Because
okay.
you can.
I mean, today's just another one of those chats.
Alrighty. Let me. Well, let's get started here. Thank you, everyone, for coming on live with us. Whether you're on Instagram, our Facebook, and our YouTube, and LinkedIn, all platforms. We renewed another year, so we're gonna go all in, right, Kristina, and bring
Thanks
fresh
for keeping me
content.
accountable, and I know this is helpful to a lot of people. So
Definitely, especially today's topic, which we're going to talk about probate today and the basics of
mhm.
probate. So, how do you feel about the background? Do you want like this
Yeah, I
okay?
think it's fine. I mean, my background with the chair was all going crazy, so that's why I kind of like it, like just took the background out. My hair is a little bit more, I guess, fluid.
Yeah, and I'm going to turn on some more light in my area. So, all right.
That's
So,
fine.
a little about us. If this is your first time tuning in and you don't know about us, my name is Ben Phaychanpheng. I'm a real estate agent in Southern California area, and Christina's in the Bay Area. And I've been in business for 5 years now with eXp Realty of California, and I'm part of the Serene team. We do all types of real estate transaction, including the topic that we're going to talk today, which is probate. But we specialize in first-time home buyers, first-time home sellers, and for me would be new home construction. So, Kristina, take it away. Tell a little about the audience about yourself.
Yes.
You there?
Hi, everybody. My name is Kristina Park. I'm an estate planning attorney here in the Bay Area. And I also serve the greater Orange County as I have remote staff that are trained and ready to serve you. I mainly deal with making sure that you are set for something. If something were to happen to you, like you understand what will happen to your things and your children. And I do that by way of creating a tool called a living trust document that shows who should be in charge of your things, who should be in charge of your kids, um, in in a situation where you pass or incapacitated. So yes, I help families secure peace of mind through my legal expertise. I
Thank
I
you.
am from Park Legacy Law Firm.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to have you here and I'm excited to go over these topics. So let's jump right into it, Kristina. So everyone's wanting to know what
All
is
right.
probate and why do so many people try to avoid it? Is there a lag on my end?
I believe so.
There
I
is?
feel
Oh,
like when you talk, it kind of goes. I mean, I think now it's okay from
okay.
time to time.
Okay. Let me know.
So yeah,
you love to know if
I
you
can
know.
answer that question. I can
All
answer
right.
the question, what is probate and why do so many people try to avoid it? You can
Yes.
think of probate as a process that happens when a person passes. The state government is going to trying to make sure that the assets that you own go down to the people who are supposed to receive from you. So I know that. So for example, if you want to sell your car, right? You have to go to a DMV. You have to wait in line, and you have to get that little paper, right? And wait patiently for 3 hours straight. And the environment is terrible. You are treated rudely, but you just have to stand in line. There's no other way to do it, right? In the same way, California has a very similar system that doesn't take 3 hours at DMV, but it takes 9 months to 24 months. when someone passes away, it is a system that pushes your assets through the government procedure to make sure that those things go down to either your kids or your parents or your spouse, whoever the law says should receive from the things that you left. So that's probate. I know that DMV is not that costly when you just gotta put some emotional torture and pain into it to like process that DMV stuff. But for probate, it is very expensive as well. So if you own $1 million of assets, not including your mortgage, right? So you are looking at fair market value of your home, as well as any other retirement accounts, stocks, and brokerage accounts, or any other bank accounts. If all of those combined is at about $1 million, you can think of the state waiting to take $46,000 from your family at the end of your life if you didn't have any documents in place correctly.
Wow.
So that process is called probate. It's very long, very painful, emotionally triggering, and also very expensive. And that's the reason why people try to avoid it.
Yeah. You said 46,000?
$46,000 if your comprehensive asset is $1 million. Not net worth, net worth as in like, oh, minus your debt, but including your debt, what you own. If it's $1 million, then the fee would be $46,000.
Wow, that's a lot of money. That's crazy. Right? Yeah. Would you have other reasons why people would want to avoid it, since we're on this topic as well?
One other reason, one other main reason that people might want to avoid probate is a public process. So like, who in here would like to let everybody in the world know publicly what you own, how much you own,
True.
what kind of asset portfolio do you have? What is your mix in terms of like brokerage, retirement, real estate? Like, who wants everybody to know what they own? Nobody. Right? It's a private information.
Yeah.
But if you didn't prepare ahead of time with some simple planning ahead of time, then this process called probate has to do a public accounting of everything that you own. So by the time you pass away, in order for the state to transparently pass down what you own down to the next generation or whoever might inherit from you, they have to make it public. Okay, so in order for them to be kept accountable, it has to be public. That also means whoever wants to look up your file at the county office can look up how much you owned, what it was, who is receiving from you, and their addresses and phone numbers. That means that anyone that wants to look it up can look up your dirty laundry, all of your assets, like who received how much. If your child received $500,000 from you, they can be also prey to predators who want to approach people who just came into some inheritance as well.
True.
So because it is a public process and a public declaration of what it is, all your assets, people really want to avoid it because they want to keep things private.
That's crazy. Yeah. Putting all your dirty laundry out there, right? In a sense.
Yeah. And then private information should stay private.
Yeah. Not to mention the stress that can come from all these delays, disagreements. Absolutely. Yeah, this is what I normally have to deal with the family members. If it's not in a trust, and it could get kind of messy, right? With confusion within maybe brothers and sisters or whatnot. Yeah. And one thing I want to mention is property tied up. Like sometimes real estate can't be sold or transferred until that probate is complete. So, which again creates very stressful and complications, which will and that leads to there be a possibility where you're missing out on the market value on the market, which there's potential buyers that could want to pay for more, but maybe there's an interest rate change like we've had in the last few months, and that can be a missed opportunity as well. So
Well,
yeah.
you have dealt with quite a few like probate sales
Yes.
in
Yeah.
the past.
Yes.
Can
Correct.
you
So
tell, like, I mean, if you have experience witnessing it, once
yeah.
the probate court kind of like takes a hold of the property and puts it in
Yes.
that limbo, like what
Yeah.
happens to people that are living in it? Like if it's family members or whatever.
Typically, normally they don't, like the ones that I've dealt with,
Mhm.
they already they're out, like they're
Mm,
they're not living in that house. And
I
one situation that I uh come across is actually couple squatters twice.
Ooh.
Yeah, so because they don't live in there, and um one of both of them actually didn't even live in the house. They took it over, I don't know, transferred from the
Mhm,
past, and
mhm.
then they died, and it went through probate, and it was never in a trust or anything. So
Oh wow.
so so the house got squatted for like almost a year, and they never took care of it.
So yeah, I mean it's really crazy because probate court says that they're going to take care of the property and they're going to hold it in their um, possession to make sure it's fairly distributed. But during that time, I have actually seen a lot of cases where they don't take care of the property
They
during that.
don't.
It
Yeah.
really, I mean, to the point where like you witness there are
Yeah.
squatters there.
Yeah. I mean, think about the neighbors constantly like, what's
Yeah,
going on with this house? Like,
right.
have no clue. They don't know
Mhm.
where everyone's at. And then squatters happen. And then the city comes, posts, like, hey, you need to cut your lawn or cut your grass. Like
Mm,
even to that point, like landscaping goes out of control, and they might need to shut off the water because the bill's not being paid now.
right, right.
So um, that's what I've experienced. And
That's really cool that you're experiencing firsthand what you saw, like to a
yeah,
property that has to go through probate. I
yeah,
mean, imagine like the heirs, they could have gotten a lot more from the property if it was given through a trust and they had control of it and they could keep it from being dilapidated.
sure.
So that's a really sad thing that happens.
Yeah. I think the next question is really important to
Sure.
understanding how, if they're in that situation, how can one, expect the timeline? I think you already went over it just a little. You said 90
Mhm.
days typically, right? But for
Not
me,
9 months to 24 months.
9 months, right? So for
Yeah.
me, there are some cases where there's the court confirmation and no court confirmation.
Mhm.
So that takes place after everyone's in their place, which is the attorney, the I think the grand. Correct me if I'm wrong. The who's
The trust, the executor.
executor? Yeah, once the executor, the attorney, and then the judge all comes in together, and then um, how do they? My question to you is, how do they determine court confirmation or no court confirmation? Do you know that
Well, it
answer?
depends if there is like if it's contested or not. So, for
Hmm.
example, let's say the law says that okay, this person passed away, and he doesn't have a wife. He has two kids that are estranged and who are like living out of state. So they're going to do all that they can to find and contact the people who are supposed to inherit from it. But that's going to take time. If those two kids come up and say yes, like we can hear from it, like what are the things that we have to do, then they can give the court confirmation. However, until all of the debts are taken care of, all of the heirs are,
Oh, okay.
yeah, all of the heirs are identified. Like it's going to be very difficult for the court to say, yeah, we've done our job paying off all of the liabilities and identifying all the heirs. And still then they
Once that.
still give like a long time of notice for the for any of the potential heirs, let's say if there's a hidden child or something like that, to come up and say and make the claim, just so that they can make sure that they didn't they had all the stones turned, right? So That would be, yeah. If it's not confirmed, that means either there's it's contested. Somebody else is coming up and say like, hey, this guy told me that he was going to give me his house, and here's his writing. Now that has to be a whole thing drawn out, and nobody can really touch it until that claim is given a fair chance, no matter how
Oh,
old.
okay. So it's all a matter of like if all the debts and everything are explained already, then
Everything is sorted out. Yep. And
uh
they've given everyone in the world to step up and say, hey, like I actually object, to this distribution. This guy told me that he will give it to me.
mm,
So they have to have proper hearing for that person, and it's just a mess.
yeah, it's oh, man. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. And then yeah, luckily both homes that I helped sold for the probate was it went pretty fast. So
Oh,
I
good.
think yeah, it went like 3 months, three
Okay.
months, and the other one was like close to 3 or 4 months. And yeah,
Okay.
because of the situation of no
Mm,
court confirmation. So,
right. Right.
but yeah, there are situations that, yeah, like Christina says, can take a long, long
Yeah, I
time.
mean, it can be, as fast as, what you said.
Yeah,
However, even though it is fast, they still have to pay the probate fee. That is,
yeah,
percentage from 3 to 4% of the entire estate.
that's what we're talking about next. And yeah, what kind of costs are involved in the probate process? So
Yeah.
perfect
So
time.
in California, anything that you own, like they are going to go through the probate process. They're going to charge you 4% on the first 100,000, which is $4,000. Another 3% on the next $100,000, which is $3,000.
Oh man.
Another 2% on the next $800,000, which is another like fee. So
Mm,
really, ultimately, it comes down to be if you own about $1 million, then it's going to be $46,000. And if you own more than that, they're going to do 1% of the excess up to $9 million, which can just keep on going up. So I always tell people, even though your probate risk right now is $46,000 because your assets are a million, but you're planning today and you're going to live another 40 years.
mm,
This real estate is going to increase in value during that time.
mm,
That means if you don't have some trust or living trust in place, then that probate fee that's tacked on it is only going to increase together with the value of the property.
mm.
So
Okay.
definitely the cost is exorbitant, and it's because California has a very inefficient court system,
Mm,
inefficient probate system, and
mm.
it's backed up like crazy. So and it also depends on the county, but right now most of the counties are pretty backed up. So really highly advisable to avoid it ahead of time if you can.
Have you had a situation where you saved a family to get into probate?
By the time when someone is like on their deathbed, it's
Yeah.
really difficult for them
Mm,
to like create a living trust. But most of the people that I work with are planning ahead.
yeah.
So, people that are in good health and they own some property, they own some investment properties, they want to make sure that those things don't go into probate, they will do their planning ahead of time. Yeah, by the time someone is like almost passing away, the process of having that person being evaluated to have capacity to be able to sign those documents, that's even more hoops and more expensive to get done.
Mm,
So what I always recommend is get it done when you don't need it.
yeah.
It's like life insurance, it's like fire extinguisher, like why wait until the fire happens and then go to Home Depot and get it, right?
Yeah.
It should be
Exactly.
part of the standard procedure.
Well, good news for those that have watched to the end, right? And uh, tuned in today. We have a special gift for you today. As if you want, Christina and her law firm is giving a 15-minute clarity call. So we'll put that. She's going to put that in the comments that she did,
Mhm.
and I don't see any other comments from other people as of yet, but we would love to hear any questions you guys might have or any comments that you might have about the show. And this is an ongoing show, and I'm gonna kind of talk about I'm gonna do a little drawing here from our list of questions.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
before I go into that, like we always do, any events you want to promote or anything that you want to talk about coming up?
Oh yeah. For those of you guys that are watching online right now, that might be in the Burlingame area. I'm actually being invited by the Keller Williams team down in Burlingame to be hosting and speaking at a Whiskey and Wills. So this is an event where we have a little bit of whiskey, splash of whiskey, and splash of education, and you get
Yeah.
to ask, do a Q&A. I do a very brief education on only really the basics that you need to know to meet the right attorney, to understand what estate planning is, why it's important for you. So if you know anybody that is in the Burlingame area, please let them know. I know that most of you guys are watching from SoCal, but any of my audiences that are watching, you're welcome to join at Keller Williams in Burlingame, or you can call our office for more information. It's at 6:30 tonight at Keller Williams in Burlingame.
Awesome. And someone asked on Instagram, are you licensed in Florida? I'm assuming, yeah.
Yeah, so I am licensed in California only. So if you are looking for an attorney in Florida, give our office a call. And we have a list of trusted advisors across the nation. I belong to a network of attorneys that do trustworthy work. So if you want to give our office a call, I'll go ahead and
It's drawing on the bottom, Christine.
oh yes. So call our office number, yes. And then call our office number and then ask us that you need an attorney in Florida, and our team will help you as much as we can to locate somebody, or at least a place to start.
Okay, awesome. So let me do a little our next 3 questions. This is fun. Drop a heart, drop a like if you guys like what we've been content today. Have you got
and I also want to hear, like, what do you want to hear about? Like, what are some things that you might be interested? Like, we do like Q&A, but what are some things that you love to hear about from our show? So I'm calling it our show now.
Yeah. It's funny because Kristina, like on the thumbnails now, I put part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4.
Oh, nice. Very cool. Yeah. Yes.
So this is our 4th part. Now we're going on next one will be our 5th part.
You pick good questions, so I really appreciate that. On theme.
Well, thank you. Thanks to your assistant that put it together. So and I want to throw I am putting an event together as well.
Oh, nice.
It's either going to be May next month, end of next month, or beginning of June, and it's going to be a doggy fashion show.
Oh, how cute.
So if you're in the La Puente area, still trying to lock down a location. It's probably going to be at the La Puente Park if you're in my area. We have it for right now. The date is, what's the end of May? The Sunday of May. Let me look at the calendar real quick. It's looking like it's going to be May 25th. And we're going to have like doggy fashion show. We'll have a VIP section if you want, and you can get your dog groomed and get it picture taken.
Doggy fashion show.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a groomer out there? You're gonna have a groomer?
Yeah, we'll have a groomer as well. Yeah. So.
And can they bring dogs of all sizes, or is there a limit?
Like, any dog size, as long as on a leash, and
that's so fun.
They'll behave. Open to the public. I mean, so it'll be a free event. It's just gonna be like a VIP if you want the VIP section where you get free treats, you get photos, and you also get like to try out some of the clothing that the dog's gonna be wearing in the fashion show.
Oh, how fun!
Yeah.
Are the dogs being walked by their owners, or do they know to like walk by themselves?
No, they're gonna walk with the owners. Yeah.
Oh, how fun!
Yeah. So the owners and the dog will probably be all dressed up.
Is there a brand of like doggy clothes that you partner with for this?
We are still trying to find one. So we're looking for any doggy fashion company, clothing company that wants
Okay.
to do it. And
Mhm.
we're looking for already have a treat company, supply company that's going to come and sponsor.
Wow, so
And then
fun.
I'm looking for like a groomer that wants to be part of it. So if you're one of them, let me know and
Okay,
get
awesome.
get connected with.
I look forward to seeing the pictures and videos.
Yes, yes. So let's go with the next three questions
Sure.
here. I love this one,
Preview.
and I think this is related. It's going to be related to beneficiary and heirs.
Mhm.
So going with the first three, how do I choose my beneficiary? Um, and then can I leave different amounts to different heirs? Oh, that's good. And then what happens if a beneficiary dies before me?
Mm,
Oh, those
very
are
good.
very good right there. So tune in. We'll put the date. So you definitely want to stay subscribed to my YouTube channel, and then make sure you get notified through our Facebook channel. And thank you so much for tuning in today. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next stream.
All
Take,
right. Bye now,
take care, everyone.
everyone. Bye.